That first win under you is great. The most important game of a series, though, is the next one you're about to play. So treating this game like it's absolutely critical is a good way not to get too comfortable with your lead.
All right, the stage is set. The starters get their final tosses in out in the bullpen, and we've got a good one in store for you folks. Play-by-play is coming up next. Getting close to first pitch here. Let's listen in to public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, please welcome your 2018 National League champion, Los Angeles Dodgers.
And briefly here, a glance at the two starters who'll get the ball here in this one. And now a moment to show you the lineup for Atlanta in this one. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Yeah, Matt, I cannot wait to get a look at Josh Donaldson, the bringer of rain. He's an imposing figure with a bat in his hands, always seems to turn in a good at-bat, and he can do a lot of damage when he barrels up the ball.
Hey, let's take a look at the Dodgers on defense. The guy I want to spot shadow today is Cody Bellinger. Versatility is his game. The bat plays no matter where he hits in a lineup, but a guy who can play Gold Glove first base and move to the outfield.
In now, Ender Inciarte. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
The center fielder, number 11, Ender Inciarte.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Now a swing and a fly ball, but this will land untouched.
First pitch.
Now the pitch.
7-0-7.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Popped him up. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Batting second, the third baseman, Josh Donaldson.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swung on and missed for the first strike.
Hey, you could tell his eyes lit up on that ball right there. It was a little up, but it was out over the plate. Tough pitch to pull, and this guy's known for going deep pull side.
Fouled off. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Fouled away. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Just flat out froze him there. Nothing too deceptive about that four-seam fastball, so I think he wasn't expecting it at all.
And now a pitch on the way. And a bit too high with that one. It's 1-0.
Really high curveball right there, struggling with the release point. That's the key to the curveball, figuring out and finding that release point.
A ball and a strike now to the Braves first baseman. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew working this one. Behind the plate is Eric Summersgill.
You know what, Dan? I'm always baffled when Eric Summersgill's behind the dish because he has a tendency to favor one side of the plate.
You know, that's one of the things I think pitchers get a little bit frustrated with the E-train at time. It's like, hey, if you're going to give me that inside quarter, give it to me, but don't keep moving the dish around on me all game.
And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2. And a fastball swung on and missed, and his side is retired. Braves are set down 1-2-3. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. Time now to check out how the hometown Dodgers line up in this one. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Oh, man, I love what A.J. Pollock does for this offense. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. I love watching this guy hit in clutch situations. It's like he takes a deep breath and everything stops in front of him. He plays like the Zen man.
All right, the Atlanta Braves attack you on defense this way. And how fortunate are we that we get to watch the Gold Glover play some center field today. He's on every highlight reel on the regular, making huge plays for his defense, saving runs, throwing guys out at the plate, diving in the gap with his hair on fire.
Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center, as it ought to be good for extra bases. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
He just tattoos this ball right here. Tried to sneak a fastball in on him? No way. Drives it to deep left center field gap, and that was a nice job to get the barrel around in time to score that baby up.
Here's Corey Seager. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Line drive to center field. Inciarte patrolling center makes the play, 1 out.
The third baseman,
Now in the box, Justin Turner. First appearance for him here with the leadoff man still at second and 1 gone now. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. Try to check it, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
The 0-1 pitch. And it's safe to say he doesn't look all that comfortable up there. 0-2 now.
After that swing, you just got to reset yourself. You still have a strike to work with, and you can't be thinking about how silly you just looked on that last pitch.
And he'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to, as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now. And so with 2 away now, let's give you another look at our playoff bracket as you see what could lie ahead for the winner in this series. So here's the cleanup hitter, Cody Bellinger, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. He's set. Here it comes. Try to check it, and it's 0-1. Pollock at second with 2 down. This is pulled into right. And this will hop over the wall, but the run will score. Stepping into the box, Max Muncy, and the Dodgers with an opportunity for more here in the first.
and this thing bounces over the wall, but I don't think it would have mattered if it stayed in the ballpark. Either way, the runner was going to score, and he was going to wind up at second. He drove that ball really nicely.
Comes set, the 0-1, and it's fouled away.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse, and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Some more of the colorful characters here at the ballpark tonight. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Digging in now, Ronald Acuna. He'll lead things off against Kenta Maeda.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
We got time.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Pretty lucky to get away with that one. There's not a situation ever where you want to throw a high changeup, so I think he'll try to make an adjustment with the next one he throws.
Grounded softly down the line toward first. And he fouls this one off. Count remains at 0-2. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Batting fifth.
The next to bat for Atlanta, Nick Markakis, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1.
Hey, there's no waiting around trying to work this guy into deep counts and get into the bullpen. This is a mid-90s fastball guy who loves that pitch and is aggressive and comes right at you. I would assume the offense is going to have a similar approach.
Oh, has him looking silly here. It's 0-2.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
Lifted in the air out to left. Peterson on the run. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. And so with 2 away now, let's give you another look at our playoff bracket as you see what could lie ahead for the winner in this series. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. Previous head-to-head matchups with Kenta Maeda. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
Now, fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. Down in order go the Braves. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. So stepping in, Chris Taylor, who's set to lead off the home half of the second. Now time asked for and granted by the home plate umpire. And now still not ready just yet as he steps out for a second time here. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Taylor behind, 0-2 the count. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
I think that's one of the toughest calls for an umpire to make. The check swing appeal. Hitters rarely feel like they went, and I don't think he likes getting rung up there by the first base umpire. But looking at it, it's hard to say for sure that he didn't go around.
Here's Jock Peterson now, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two. Here's a ball well struck for the right field corner. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. And he is in at second base with a one-out double. That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our show track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive. That'll bring in Austin Barnes, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. Here's the 0-1. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with two strikes. 0-2. Here it comes. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
Batting ninth, the pitcher.
At the plate, Kenta Maeda. He'll get to take his first cuts here. From the stretch. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this is foul near the seats. Ready with the 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. And a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3 and the inning is over. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, one man left on. We'll go now to the top of the third. LA's on top 1-0. Matt Vasgersian back alongside Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac as the left-handed hitting catcher Brian McCann settles in to start out the inning at the plate. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. Fouled off. And he lays off the curveball. Strike 3 called, and that's going to be out number 1.
He's looked great on the bump the first few innings of this game, and I think his ability to change speeds effectively has been a big reason why. That was a good change of speed for the strikeout there, and I've seen a lot of hitters look pretty off with their timing so far.
And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. And he puts it on the ground to second. Glove by Taylor. Throw on to first. 2 gone. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Kevin Gausman. His guys still looking at a 0 in the hit column. First pitch coming. Here it is. Now that's popped up. Maeda is there. And that's the third out. Make it 9 straight here to start the ball game. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Dodgers lead this one 1-0. Back to the top of the order now. And up next, the center fielder, A.J. Pollock.
The center fielder,
Here comes the first pitch.
Pollock.
Swung right over the splitter there, 0-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Markakis has a read on it. He's got it one away.
The batter, number 5.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Corey Seager hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. First offering on its way. It's sharply toward third. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
Wow, he almost blew that fastball by him, but he shows some quick hands to catch up to it and drive it down the opposite line. Didn't keep it fair by much, but he did, and that's a nice two-bagger.
Into the box, Justin Turner, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And he'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to, as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now. Man at second here with 2 away, and that brings in the former National League Rookie of the Year, Cody Bellinger. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Seager stands at second with 2 gone. Back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. Seager is on his way home. And he's safe at the plate, as it's now a 2-0 ball game.
Boy, talking about picking your teammate up after that strikeout, D-Roll. Big, and I mean big, 2-out RBI single.
Yeah, way to come through for your team. When you take the donut off your bat right there, you're trying to pick up your teammate. He had the right game plan, didn't come outside it, stayed through the baseball, and was able to come through.
And that'll bring up the versatile Max Muncy. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. Hard hit and deep toward the right field line. And that'll get over the wall, so the runner will have to hold up at third.
Now batting, second baseman.
Stepping in, Chris Taylor. He's got a chance to add to this early lead as he'll bat with a couple of guys in scoring position. Here comes the first pitch. Splitter swung on and missed. 0-1. Second and third, 2 away. Hit hard down the line. And he tries to get to the backhand, but it gets on by. The runner from second crosses the plate. That makes it a 4-0 ball game.
Dan, from a pitcher standpoint, that's a backbreaker. 2 out, 2 RBI base hit right there.
Awfully frustrating. You're trying to make some good pitches. You get 2 outs, and all of a sudden you give up that big base hit that drives in 2. Frustrating for a pitcher.
Into the box now, Jock Peterson, as he rips it on the ground to second. Played on the backhand. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. We'll move ahead to the 4th inning now in game 2. Dodgers out. Here's Ender Inciarte back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Peterson comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out.
Now batting, third baseman.
Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Into the corner and slicing foul. The 0-2 once more. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. The first pitch is hit pretty well out to right. Bellinger racing back at the track. He's there, but oh, he missed it. Around second now, and they still haven't flagged this one down. And he will make it all the way to third now, as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Left fielder, Ronald Acuna.
And now the Atlanta number 4 hitter, Ronald Acuna. First time up, he went down looking. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
That had to be in the scouting report right there. You don't see too many breaking ball ambushes in the game anymore. He had to know that pitch was coming.
First things first, here's a throw over. Another look to first, keeping particularly close tabs on him. And again a throw over, and he'll dive back in safely. And yet another throw over. Don't want to forget about him. Another throw over, and he's back in standing. First pitch on its way. Fouled away. Here's a look over to first, and he's back standing. Acuna, the runner at first with 2 gone. Behind 0-2 now. Right side, but it's well foul.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
And he'll just waste one there, 1-2.
After multiple pitches were fouled off, it gets a little disappointing as a pitcher. So you think, say, I'm going to throw one way off the plate and see if he'll chase it. Didn't happen.
Here's a little chopper up the middle. Throw on to Muncy, gets him, and with that, they'll end the inning. Braves get a couple of hits here in plate 1. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. Next up for Los Angeles, Austin Barnes comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
The pitcher, number 18.
Man, I feel for him, but you've got to call a spade, right? He's really struggling. The sample size is 3+ innings, and in that time, he's given up 8 hits, so it might be time to cut your losses and make a change out there.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
Swings through it for strike number 2.
Been a real big struggle for him so far on the mound. 4 runs and only 3 innings, so it'll be interesting to see if he can settle in at all and make some adjustments, or if this start will continue to run downhill.
And the pitcher's got himself a base hit.
Well, you don't see that all the time. Pitcher deep in the count, 0-2, and D-Rose still manages to sneak out a base hit on an 0-2 count.
You know what? He never lost his toehold there, Dan. He seemed like he wanted to hit. He was aggressive. He battled and was able to be rewarded with a nice base hit.
Fly ball out to straightaway right field. And he will make the catch while ranging backward as he just put the glove up and hauled it in for the first out.
We'll see if moving up to third pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go for third, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a hit.
Here's Corey Seager, and he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone. First offering on its way. This is line to left. Catch is made in medium deep left center. Here comes the runner for the plate. Now this is cut and thrown to first. On to first, a double play. So after the 3 spot last time around, he's able to bounce back and hang a 0 here. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the Braves offense with their manager Brian Snitker during the commercial break. And he told me the quality of their swings needs to improve as the game moves forward. They're struggling to drive the baseball into the gaps right now, as only 1 of their hits has been for extra bases. That makes it pretty tough to generate runs, but he said it's up to everyone in the lineup to make the necessary adjustments. It hasn't gone their way to this point, but that shouldn't mean they can't put together some great swings the rest of the way.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Here's the first pitch to him. And it's fouled away. Albies has had his trouble in these matchups, facing right-handed pitching, that is. He shows a lot more prowess against the southpaws. Albies with a 1-1 count now. And he fouls this one off.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
The 1-2. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Fouled off. The 1-2. He pulls this one into right. Bellinger is there to put it away for out number 1.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Here's the catcher, Brian McCann. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. The 1-1 is in there for strike number 2. Now a flare out to left center. Peterson moving to his left. 2 gone.
Now batting.
So bases are empty here with 2
Dansby
gone. And that brings up the former #1 overall pick, Dansby Swanson. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Hey, I never want to take an offense's aggression away, but they've been swinging at a lot of pitches early in the count, find themselves down. I think they need to regroup, have a meeting in the dugout, and figure out a way to maybe look at some pitches.
Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. And they'll turn to the slider here, and it just misses. 2-1 now.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
Fly ball out toward left center field. And he gets there as he had a lot of ground to cover that time, and the side is retired. Braves are set down 1-2-3, and this is still a 4-1. Ready for another chance? Justin Turner. He'll step in to start things out here against Kevin Gausman.
Justin Turner.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit on the ground out to short. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Up next to the Dodgers.
Digging in and looking for more, Cody Bellinger. He singled his last time up.
Bellinger.
Rolled slowly down the first baseline, but this is foul for the first strike. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. 5th inning here in a 4-1 ball game. Swing, line drive. That's going to be troubled. And this one scoots all the way to the wall. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
Well, they've been treating him like a punching bag out there. As we take a look at the line, you can see that he's given up double-digit hits, and things don't look like they're going to get any better. He might not last much longer.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Ranging back is Inciarte. Still going back. And a climbing attempt at the wall, but this ball is gone. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. His first homer here in the series, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
You know, as a pitcher, there's nothing worse than getting taken deep, but it's something every pitcher has to deal with. Even the best pitchers give up home runs. You just have to refocus and go after the next hitter.
Standing in now, Chris Taylor.
Baseman.
1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Just couldn't pull that one back in time. It's 0-2 now. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
It's never easy to rebound after serving up a 2-run shot, but that at-bat was a good indication to me that he isn't letting it get to him. He went right after him for the strikeout.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Now a drive out to the gap in right center. Now this will rattle up against the wall. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. On his way out to the mound now is the Atlanta skipper, and it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart here in the 5th after working just 4 2/3, and he's on the hook for the L unless this one turns around. Luke Jackson, a 6'2" right-hander, jogs in to take over on the mound.
Number 64, Luke Jackson.
Stepping in now, Austin Barnes, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Hit hard to short. A dive, and he knocks it down. And a great recovery here as they'll tag their man out on a wild play, and the inning will come to an end. Johan Camargo will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th.
Number 17, Johan Camargo.
Clearly off with his timing on that one, a swinging strike. Previous head-to-head matchups with Kenta Maeda, just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Well behind that fastball, it's a swinging strike.
Just reached back and threw a high fastball right by him. He didn't stand a chance.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2. Camargo was born in Panama. He's a second-year big leaguer. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Into the box, Ender Inciarte. As he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. No hits to this point. This is pulled into right. And he'll make the catch. Oh, check that! He didn't look it into his glove, and the ball drops in. And he'll get in there safely.
Well, in his defense, he did have to go a long way to get there, but that's not the problem. The problem is once he arrives, he doesn't catch the dang ball. He knows as well as anybody that he should have brought that one in, and it's going to cost him an error, and we'll see if the pitcher can pick him up.
Pickoff move to second. Runner back standing. And he'll turn and throw back to second again, keeping particularly close tabs on him. And now he'll go back to second another time here, being especially careful here. And he doesn't want him to get off to a big lead out there at second, so he steps off to look him back. In now, Josh Donaldson, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. The 1-2. Is a sharp slider taken low for a ball.
Pretty good discipline right there with 2 strikes. That's a tough sweeping slider. Not many guys lay off that pitch.
Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his third tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
The 1-1 pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Inciarte at second with 2 down. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. 1 left for Atlanta. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1. Bottom of the 6th inning on its way, but first, here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with Dave Roberts, the Dodgers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. 8 of their hits have gone for extra bases. So they're not only putting the ball in play and getting on base, they are doing so with authority. And that has this dugout feeling awfully good about themselves, guys.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Jesse Biddle enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th. Rich Hill is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6.
Hill.
And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Getting to hit for himself here, largely due to the big cushion he's got to work with. A great job of changing speeds there. It's 0-2. Here's the 0-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Inciarte's there. He's got it 1 away.
Now batting.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, A.J. Pollock. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. He's set and the pitch. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Now here's the pitch. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. Another 0-2 coming. And he'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to, as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting.
Ready for another shot now. Corey Seager. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. First offering on its way. Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. Here's the 0-1. Lifted down the line in left. But this will land untouched.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Got him to reach for it there as this is grounded to short. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. Dodgers down in order. They hold on to their 6-1 lead. Back here at Dodger Stadium. It's on to the 7th now in game 2. But before we start, there's a look at our game summary to this point. And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
And it's fouled away. The 1-1 is strike 2 swinging. swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number one.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels,
Now
right?
batting.
All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lined hard to the left side, but foul. The windup and the 0-1. There's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone. To short, hit hard. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, dealer on a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
Dangerous curveball that time, but laid off as it drops into the top of the zone. His career batting line against Hill. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Waiting next is Brian McCann. Throw over to the bag, and he'll get back in standing. Markakis, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and it's full 3-2.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1. So now we've got a battle on our hands.
Seager is under it. 2 gone.
Up next for Atlanta, the catcher.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Brian McCann. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. That's wide, 2-0.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. With the first baseman holding the runner on, it's always smart to pitch into the defense you have behind you.
He pulls this one into right. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. Markakis blows through the stop sign, headed for home. He scores as the gap shortens to 4 now.
Never say never in this game, folks. It's late and the clock is ticking, but that RBI double might start making believers out of the entire dugout. We'll see if they can build on it and maybe get back into this thing.
And now he'll bluff a move back to second base just to make sure the runner wasn't getting any ideas out there. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch, and he fouls this one off. As a look, now the pitch. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
He's not having his best outing in this one, and I think that curveball is part of the reason why. He couldn't get on top of that one, and that's not the first time that's happened.
The 1-2 pitch. Hot shot to third. Gloved by Turner. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. Tyler Flowers. We'll see what he can do off the bench as he'll bat with runners at the corners and 2 gone here.
Tyler Flowers.
Popped him up. Taylor has a play. And that's the 3rd out.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Sam Freeman gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Digging in to try it again, Justin Turner, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. And this will kick off the base of the wall. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Some guys just lay back and watch that first pitch go by no matter what. Work the count, make the pitcher waste a few pitches. But when he serves up a fastball like this on the first pitch, it's hard not to go after it. And that's just what he does. He jumped all over it.
Standing in now, Cody Bellinger, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. Back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. The throw home. And he will beat the throw to McCann. Safe at home plate.
Yeah, now they're looking at a 5-run deficit, and that doesn't bode very well for them, especially considering that they've only been able to scratch a couple of runs across the entire game. If this isn't the end, they can definitely see it from here.
Max Muncy will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. Comes set, and the 0-1. Drilled down the line. And this gets past him at third as it hugs the line. A fair ball. Bellinger rounds the corner and is headed home. He comes across to score. And it's now a 6-run lead.
Yeah, now it's hard to stay focused on the game when the score is this far out of hand, especially when you're on the losing side of it. Even as broadcasters, it can be a little bit challenging to stay fully dialed in.
Stepping in, Chris Taylor. He looked about. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Ender Inciarte. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has. Worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered one hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game. Well, this game had its moments, but it got out of hand pretty quick. Always nice when you can coast to a 6-run win. Save your closer for another day and let everyone in on the action.
Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason. So when you come to play like he did and make a big difference for your team, it's something that won't be forgotten.
8-2 tonight's final. Los Angeles even up this division series at 1 game apiece. Kenta Maeda takes home the win. Kevin Gossman permitted 6 earned runs
Here
to
now
come
is our
across
final
in the
line score
losing
tonight.
effort. So
First
that's a
for the
wrap for us here
victorious
tonight.
Dodgers,
For my partners
8
in the
runs
booth,
on